What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show, Jim. Oh, not Jim, J Money, NBA show from SBR. Make sure you guys go to sbrpicks.com. Check out all the content and NBA articles we have over there. I'm your host, J Money. That's Jordan Sharp. That's Junior Browne. We're here to break down these NBA games. But first, we're gonna recap yesterday. What's up, Jordan? How was your day yesterday?
Yeah, I didn't have a great day yesterday. I usually make two or three bets a night, usually on a slate like the NBA had last night. But I had five going, went 2-3. Tried to get a little cute with that battle in New York and bet James Harden's under rebounds. He had like five in the first quarter, so that kind of blew up in my face. But totals went 2-2 yesterday. Broke my cardinal rule, but still cashed with betting an under on the Sacramento Kings game against the Hornets. Got that one by 1 point, like 239.5. And then it was a night of just bare misses or makes for me. New York and Brooklyn went over by 4 points and the number I had, so that kind of screwed me over that high scoring first quarter. And then I missed the Pacers in Denver under by 2 points, thanks to the Pacers getting outscored by 19 in the fourth quarter. So that was kind of disappointing to see that because I won on the under on Memphis and Phoenix. So up and down night for me for sure. Definitely had some tight sweats either way. So I'm looking forward to maybe some smooth sailing ones on the winning side here today, hopefully. But not great for me yesterday. How about you, Junior?
Yeah, I was on the show yesterday. Had to get a COVID test in order to take a flight in a couple of days here, so had to miss out. Went 2-2. I'm really annoyed. I had the Hornets first quarter. They've been one of the best first quarter teams for the past month or so in the league, but they didn't show up. I had them full game. I had the Suns, who continue to cash for me, so I'm happy about that. But I threw it away with Dallas, who I took the points with against the Clippers. So, just looking forward to get back to cashing tickets today. So whenever Jay's ready to roll, let's get to it.
Let's get to it, man. Absolutely phenomenal day, guys. Sorry, I'm a little pissed. I probably hacked my account, but 5-0 day, man. They can't fuck with me right now. Let's fucking go. Clippers first quarter, first half, full game. Cash all three of those. Spurs first half, full game. It's crazy. Both games ending the same score, 109-99. I don't know what's going on right now. Everything's numerical. I'm seeing so many fucking numbers and shit like repetitive. I don't know what's going on right now, but hey, same score those games. I went 5-0. Then somebody hacked my shit. Lakers smacked the mess out of the Warriors, guys. 128-97. That one got out of hand pretty quick. The Suns smacked the Grizzlies there. Grizzlies came out kind of hot in that first quarter. Then the Suns ran off on them 122-99. The Pacers, I know they came out at halftime with a run, and then the Nuggets started that fourth quarter on a 20-2 run, man. It's crazy. 121-106, they get the job done. The Knicks come storming all the way back and cover their spread. I had a lean to the Knicks there, didn't have any money on it. Julius Randle almost going after the refs. He feels like I feel right now, just fucking going after somebody's neck. The Hornets, 122-116. The refs kind of messed up on that one. I was watching the game. It was a backcourt violation for Terry Rozier. He ended up getting fouled, 2 free throws. It really changed the game. I'm sure the refs are going to have to come out and admit they're wrong on that one. So if you had the Kings, it really was the right side, but everybody get the cash with the Hornets. Bucks smack up the Wizards 133-122, man. That's enough of that. Y'all here for today's game, so let's get to it, man. First game of the day, guys. We got the Jazz versus Celtics here. Jazz had really been the same team on the road here in the break. Line original was up to 5. It's down at 4 now. Jordan, what you think about this game, my guy?
Definitely would lean towards the Celtics. The problem is, I think if we've seen from Utah that they can really, if they're making their outside shots, they're virtually unstoppable. So that's kind of the one variable you have to worry about with if you want to take the points of the Celtics tonight. This is my one official pick though of the day. I didn't have a ton today after going crazy yesterday, but I do have the over in this game. I got it at 227.5. I still like 228s that are on the board here as well. For a couple reasons. One of the main reasons that what you just said is the Utah Jazz are about 6 points worse per 100 possessions on defense on the road than they are at home, facing a very competent offensive team that has a lot of depth and is slowly, I think, getting to a point where you can actually trust them a little bit more ATS-wise. So I do think that's my lean on that side. But I think the over is a much better play because I do think that the Jazz offense, at least, is going to have no problem, especially on the inside, getting offensive rebounds against the Celtic squad. We've seen that kind of being their kryptonite a little bit at times. So if Utah can play big and also play a little bit pace up, I think at times they do on the road as well, which I think favors the over here a little bit as well. That's why you've seen it, I think, steam that way. So I got 227.5, like I said. I think 228s are fine, though, but I am seeing some 229s. So it seems to be that we may be settling upwards of there. So if you can grab a 228 while it's still out there, I would.
Yep. Say, good we got Jordan on the show, man, because I'm not talking no totals, man. I have no looks on totals, so I'm glad Jordan is here. But Junior, do you agree with the line movement to open at 226 and a half up to 228 and a half, and any side bet on this one?
Yeah, I got the Celtics plus 4.5. I think that the Celtics are starting to come together while the Jazz are coming back down to earth. I still think the Jazz are one of the probably three best teams in the league. Uh, they went 30. Sorry, they went 25-5 over a 30-game stretch in January and February. That's just not realistic. So the fact that they're 1-3 in March is to me, it's not really a time to panic. It's just more like they're just coming back to reality. And part of that coming back to reality process is I can't lay this many points with them on the road against a Celtic team that, like I said, needs wins, starting to come together. It's no coincidence as Kemba Walker starts finding his game, they start finding wins. Over the last month, he's their second leading scorer, averaging more points than Jaylen Brown. Not to say that any of them are lighting it up. Tatum's averaging like 22. Kemba's averaging 20, Brown's averaging 19. Once the Celtics get balanced scoring, and the three of them are all averaging between 15 and 16 shots, so a way more balanced attack. You throw in Marcus Smart back, throw him on Donovan Mitchell. Jazz could probably win this game. I just think the Celtics keep it close, and if they won, I wouldn't be shocked. So I'm going to go ahead and take the points with the home team that's starting to find their groove here.
Got you. Yeah, I mean, you can't mess around with the Jazz, man. I feel like if you like the Celtics here, you think they're gonna win. It's either Celtics gonna win or not. I don't see it being a close game. Heavy lean to Celtics for me. I'm not taking it. I don't think that the Jazz will be this same team in the second half of the season. We saw them struggle on the road. I don't think they should be laying 4 or 5 points on the road. That is with them how they were playing early in the year. It's a different time now. People have started to figure them out. I said it when the Celtics went over there in Utah that this is the type of team that can hang with them. They did end up getting smacked in that second half. They couldn't keep up. But here, man, at the house, full squad. Jaylen Brown's supposed to be healthy now, a little bit more healthy than he was in the last game time they played. Like you say, like Junior say, they got Smart back now. I like this Celtics team. The reason why I'm not taking it is because Thompson and Tice really have to come to play here versus Gobert. That's one of the main things you have to do. Like I say, the Warriors, they had Looney and they had Wiseman that could bang with him down there. Tyson, Thompson, they've just been so underwhelming lately. And that's the reason why the Celtics are looking for a center. If they get Vucevic from the Magic, this is be a different team. But heavy lean to the Celtics for me. I do think they can win this game, get some revenge. The Jazz are 0-4 against the spread last 4. They're coming off a loss as well. So they're coming to play, but the Celtics, they gotta take them haymakers, man. Lean Celtics, no play for me, my guys. Let's get to the next one, man. We got the Cavs versus Heat. Cavs versus Heat here, man. Line up to 10.5 for the Heat. I know Bam Adebayo is back. What we doing with the Cavs here, Junior? You like anything on this one? Like that total's been coming all the way down.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to talk myself into taking Miami all morning, to be honest with you. But the more I break down the numbers, the more I see that even though they're 9-1 in their last 10, they're not winning by margin. They're not really even playing well in the first half of games. I'm really struggling to find an angle that I feel like I can exploit. I think 10.5 is a lot. Every time I've counted the Cavaliers out, they show a little bit of fight. So I'm just not comfortable with the number. I'm probably going to end up playing Miami in one of these increments, either first quarter, first half. Probably not full game, but the numbers right now just don't make sense to me that I'm going to blindly bet the Heat. And obviously that kind of means that I like the Cavs, but do I though? No, I fucking don't. Not with my money. So for now, I'm off of it, but I'm going to keep looking. I'm going to keep digging, keep looking, maybe hopefully get a better number and probably just end up live betting it, which is what I do when I can't find a number I like pregame. Got
you. Jordan, what you think this one like? I'm seeing the total was steamed down. Like it originally opened at 216.5, down to 206.5. Any thoughts on that or the side, my guy?
I think it's just based on that Cleveland just can't score on the road, and so you got a Miami team now who's back to fully healthy or almost fully healthy with Bam Adebayo coming back tonight. it could in fact be a bloodbath. And as someone who has bet and made money on the Cleveland Cavaliers once or twice this season, I can say that I'm with Junior. Like usually I would kind of look towards that side of things or just lay off. It's definitely going to be the layoff side for me on the spread here with this one, just because I do think Miami could come out very, very hot early on, try to put this team away early on, which is, I mean, exactly what I would do if you got your best player or one of your best players coming back in Bam. And after this, Miami's schedule isn't exactly easy for the next few games either during this homestand. And they have to go to Memphis tomorrow, so they're gonna want to get this game done as early as possible. So like I think Junior's probably on the right track. I would probably shade towards the Heat early in that direction if you wanted to go that. Maybe not first quarter, but maybe first half you get a 6 even 6 points. I think the under also maybe in the first half could be a lean for me, but just not one I don't think I'm going to get involved with tonight with it. It could be a good play though. If the Heat are come out hot, they're definitely going to do it on defense. That's for sure. And with this way this Cavs team plays on the road, sometimes they might not have 40 points by the end of 2 quarters.
Got you. I didn't even really look into that game, guys. I know I'm not taking the Cavs, and I know I'm not letting those points with the Heat. They've been red hot right now. If Kevin Love and Taurean Prince like full squad for the Cavs, I do think they could have came in here and covered by double digits. But Love isn't playing, Prince isn't playing. They still got somebody. They did get Larry Nance Jr. back, but it's just the Heat been so hot right now. I'm not betting against them. It's either I'm taking them or I'm not betting the game at all. So stand away from that one. It's almost I feel the exact same way about so we got Knicks versus 76ers game up next, guys. I'm going to break it down. Knicks versus 76ers. The 76ers been so hot, man. I cannot bet against them right now. I'm sorry. See, I'm going to be looking towards 76 or not. They took my money twice already. They're the same type of score. I told you. I don't know what's up with the numbers right now. They beat me 127-101. Then they beat me 127-102. I said, I'm not betting against these boys, man. What do you see? They just smacking everybody. No Embiid, no Simmons, either one. They still, even the rest of the guys, they're smacking. They're coming to play every game. Knicks coming off a hard-fought game. Julius Randle was real pissed at the refs or whatever, but what do we think about this one, Jordan? You think that 76ers keep it rolling? You got to look on the over here, the money moving towards the over.
I was thinking about chasing the steam on that, and then when I kind of started looking into it a little bit more, and I think I'm probably just going to stay away from it. The line moved only 2.5 points. It's still, you can get some. There may be a few 217s out there right now, but yeah, I mean the theory is obviously that Philly without Joel Embiid. They play a little bit faster, and with New York coming on the second half of a back-to-back, Philly just comes out and tries to run them out of the gym and get them extremely tired and puts up a lot of points, and maybe their defense isn't as good with Embiid down there clogging up the paint either. So yeah, I think the direction of the total has in the correct direction. If you're definitely on the over, I don't think that's a bad play whatsoever. But I'm like you, man. I'm a little bit nervous laying that many points with the Sixers here without Embiid, and at the same time. With New York coming off of the second night of a back-to-back off of a very emotional game, as you mentioned at the top there. I don't know how they get back up for this game. I think Tibbs is a magician, though, so he's going to figure out a way to do it, by God. But I just don't think I can trust either side of this one. And as I said, I think the total's pretty fair value right now. I think I'm going to stay away from that one, too.
Got you. Junior, what you think with this one, man? Total opened up at 215 up to 218. 76ers up to 7 here. What you like?
I don't like the numbers. I lean to the under. I think that's a little bit high. I think that what the Knicks do well, the 76ers got the answer for it. The Sixers are one of the best defensive teams in the NBA, and one of the reasons they are one of the best defensive teams in the NBA is because they got length and athleticism. So, the Knicks are a front court heavy team, and against the 76ers, I don't really see that being a formula for success. So I could only look Philly, on top of the fact that you said it better than I just did. They're smacking the shit out of people with Embiid, without Embiid, with Simmons. It doesn't even matter. Doc Rivers is apparently, right, as the playoffs haven't started, but apparently Doc Rivers is getting out of these boys what their old coach couldn't get out of them. Whether or not that translates to playoff success, I guess we'll see, but I have no interest in standing in front of Philly right now. So if I do get involved in this game, it could only be the Sixers, especially with the way that the game ended yesterday, because people might not realize outside of the Northeast, but as successful as Brooklyn is, just a little bit of success in New York, and all the talk in New York is it's a Knicks town, because that's what it is. It's a Knicks town, And that game, that's why Julius Randle was so mad yesterday. I mean, yeah, he got annoyed at the call, but the Knicks really want to go for Brooklyn's throat right now. I feel like the Knicks put a lot of effort into a game that they lost. They could be a little bit tired. There could be some heavy legs. So I could only look towards the 76ers in this spot.
Exactly. Me, that's basically the same thing I said. No look for me on this one, my guys. Let's go to another game, man. A real intriguing game. Thunder versus Bulls, my guys. Thunder, we're going to Jordan first with his Smokelahoma City squad. Jordan, John Wick, what we doing with this one, my guy?
What did I say before the show started? It was some iteration of, man, this would be a perfect Thunder night if they weren't missing half their team and potentially one of their best players as well. Like, I mean, who's out tonight? Baisley, Horford. You got Lucas Dort is questionable. It's just so many bodies down. It's like we've seen him do it before, and it's like I should be like gung ho, right? I should be like, nope, it doesn't matter. Let's take the points. But I can't tonight. I will say this though, if you are looking at them early, I think that could be the direction because they've been very good in first quarters, ATS and just generally defensively, not that good offensively. So I need to know Dort's status before I get involved in any side, any derivative that involved the Smokelahoma City Thunder tonight. Hard for me to go against the Chicago Bulls though, because I think I think they're rightfully catching steam because I think this team is just too talented to kind of not play a little bit more consistently. So you're going to see that I think tonight as well. But maybe early, maybe Smokelahoma gets a little hot early on, maybe makes a few threes in the first quarter and covers that first quarter spread. But I gotta know Dort's status. No action for me if he's out for sure.
Got you. My guy waiting on Dort there, Lou Dort. He, you know what I'm saying, the best player on the team. That's who Jordan's waiting on, if you know what I'm saying or not, to make his play. Junior, what are we doing with this game? What you like anything here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you like anything here? Total looking at the under spot, Junior. What we got?
Yeah, I'm rolling with the Bay Bulls, man. Get these Smokelahoma City guys out of here, bro. Let me just start by saying this: Smokelahoma City has probably cost me more money this season than any team. So I'm not saying that I don't fear them. I absolutely do fear them. That being said, I still believe in the Bulls. I still believe that they're a top 5 ATS team for a specific reason. I talk about quality of wins and losses all the time. If you look at Chicago's last 6 games, they're only 2-4, right? So that's not a very good record. But look at the quality of those losses. They lost to the Suns. They lost to Denver. They lost to Philly. They lost to Miami. So they're not coming out here losing to nobodies. They've lost to teams that are actually better than them. Tonight, they're playing a team that is absolutely not better than them. And if they can't win this game after smoking a shorthanded Toronto team and kind of getting back on track, I'm not saying they should be worried, but I will be less confident in them moving forward as an ATS team because so far, these are the type of games that they win and cover. So I don't love laying points with the Bulls. I much prefer them as an underdog. But in this specific spot, they're going against a team, like I said, that's inferior, that's missing like half their roster, literally. They're at home. Well, come on, man. Bulls minus 4.5 official play. Let's get it.
You're damn right. Bulls 4-0 ATS last 4 Tuesday games. They're 4-1 against spread last 5 as a favorite, guys. I'm going to tell you something. And the real ones know, man, from last night. The real ones know. Bulls finna come out here and smack City, guys. I'm going to tell you why. Do you remember what happened on January 15th? My son's birthday. My birthday pick for my son. Bulls up 18 at the half with that up 17 with 3.5 minutes to go. Absolute collapse. Win the overtime. They lose 127-125. What do we have here now? Who's in the game? They had everybody. They had George Hill, Horford, everybody. Horford's not playing. Is it a back-to-back? Is it a front end of back-to-back? Why is he resting? The Thunder don't fucking care about winning right now. They don't need to win. There's not a whole lot to play for. You're coming off a win where you didn't want to win that game versus the Grizzlies, but they tanked it away to you. Coming off a win. They're not looking for a win. The Bulls playing revenge. The angle, I'm sitting laying in bed last night. I'm like, I forgot to drop him off with. I'm forgetting something. Billy Donovan facing his old squad. He just lost the first game. Revenge game. You're back at the house. You got a full squad. You're the Bulls, guys. Trifecta spot. Bulls full game is the top play. Bulls full game is the top play. I'm on the first half. I hopped on this shit last night, man. I'm not playing no games right now. I know that they're coming in motivated. This is the most motivated spot on the card. My best spot. I forgot all about the Billy Donovan angle, but still, everything else sets up well. Obviously, Thunder, they're resting guys. They're not full squad. I'm not worried about Dort. He can play. He doesn't play. Bulls here, guys. It's up to 6. I see it just, I would take this shit up to -8, guys. I see at least an 8-point win by the Bulls here. Nothing's guaranteed. Just one unit, guys. Nothing, like I say, anything could happen. They could win it and not cover. Just, I'm not telling anybody to slam it. I like the Bulls. It's my best play of the day. I've been thinking about it for weeks now. This is a spot play, Bulls, revenge game, Jay, everything. It all sets up, all boxes checked. Yeah, Bulls for me, trifecta spot. Let's get, I don't have money on first quarter right now, but I'm adding it. Full game, I'm all over it, though. I'm telling you that right now. -5, -5.5. I love it. Let's get to the next game, guys. Hawks versus Rockets here. Hawks versus Rockets. This line was at 7.5. It's all the way up to 9. And, I mean, you can understand why money would pile in on the Hawks, guys. Just something hidden that a lot of people don't probably know here. The Rockets, they've lost, 16 straight games. If they do lose this 17th straight game, it will be a franchise record for them losing. I don't think anybody's thinking about that. If they were going to come to play, I know it's a bunch of shit, but they've lost. But if they were to come to play or cover spread, it will probably be here. Just keep an eye on Wood possibly come back. He's been practicing. He's 100% healthy. They haven't been playing them probably for tanking reasons. But if there's a game that they want to avoid, Silas, you want to avoid this. You don't want to be in history books on the wrong way. You see what I'm saying? Jordan, what you got on this game?
I mean, the Houston, quite obviously, loading up the turrets and playing the tanking game. It's been evident before the season even started. The biggest thing I have, though, here is, like you said, is there going to be motivation? And B, can the Atlanta Hawks get stops on the road, which has been a very difficult thing for them to do this season. They're also talking some trades with some key pieces. So you don't really know what's going on there. On top of that, both of their big guys are questionable tonight. I believe Clint Capella and Onyeka Okongwu are questionable. Like, they could be just a revolving door defensively tonight, potentially. Like, no matter who's on the court for Houston. Like, Victor Oladipo, I think he's probably auditioning for that big contract that I don't think is ever coming, but he still thinks is. So he's going to go out there and get his numbers regardless. And it'd be an over or nothing play for me on this one here. It's just a lean right now. 225 is not a bad number, though. But I mean, this is the type of game that. If like I said, if outside shots are falling, this could be a very up-tempo game as well. Houston could force Atlanta to play up pace. So definitely not getting in the spread, involved in the spread. But I'll take the over here as a small lean.
Got you. Yeah, I can understand. Yes, supposedly John Wall is supposed to be out for sure. Like I say, Wood doubtful / questionable. I would just say Wood really tells a lot here. If Wood's playing, they're going for the win. And if he doesn't play, obviously, I mean, they just don't fucking care. But Junior, what you think about this game?
I didn't hear Jordan's lean though. What was your lean, Jordan?
Oh, I'm just saying the over. If both Atlanta's big men are out, and then Houston's still starting Justin Patton right now. So I mean, it's just there's going to be a lot of offensive rebounds and putbacks and probably fouls and trips to the foul line. So over 225 is a lean on that one.
Yeah, my lean is actually the opposite. I just wanted to make sure I don't feel comfortable going against you with these totals, but my lean is on the under for a different reason. It's the Hawks defense in this 5-game winning streak. They actually been doing it on the defensive end. They're fourth in the league in defense during that 5-game winning streak and third in the league in net rating. So if the Hawks are going to show more effort defensively, that kind of changes the ceiling for them as a team because it's the one thing they've not been able to do. And the difference in defense is pretty large. Like it's like a full 8-game net rating per 100 possessions, which is a huge number. Let me just say it this way: if they're able to stop teams from doing what they want to do that care, what are they going to do to the Rockets? Now, if you look at the Rockets' last 8 games, they failed to score 100 points 4 out of the last 8 games. Now they're coming up in a situation where an Atlanta team is trying to let me choose my words carefully. The coach, at least, is trying to point them in another direction and show that he was hired the way he was hired for a reason, right? So if the identity that he's going with is defense, I don't expect them to take their foot off the gas against a team that struggles on offense on the best of days. So 225.5 or 225, whatever the number is right now, it seems really high to me for anything involving the Rockets, who, again, they can't score points. I haven't made an official play because Jordan mentioned the reason, actually. Atlanta's out there 2 big men, and that does not make me feel comfortable at all. But My lean is actually towards the under, not the over.
I do think if those two guys play, it's definitely I would switch my position on this one, but I think it's definitely determined on one or both of those guys being out, because it's just like that would force Atlanta to play up in pace theoretically, right? You don't have any big guys, like you're just going to play right into Houston's hands at that point.
Yeah, exactly, man. Hey, intriguing. Well, not really intriguing game, but like I say, man, it is one spot where if there was ever a time I'd be looking toward the Rockets, especially if Capella didn't play, I'd be looking at them +9, man. I mean, it's really so many points at the house to where even they could go for it if they're gunning for the win, or at least trying. It's room for them to cover, but still lose the game and keep the streak going. So I'm just trying to get you guys to see that. I mean, I know when a team is just that bad, it's real easy just to bet against them. I'm just saying, if there was any a spot, I'm not taking the Rock. If Wood's in there, I'm sprinkling something on it personally. I won't tell anybody to, but if I see Wood in there, that shows me that they're going for at least to win this game. You can still tank and win a few games. So just saying, guys. Let's get to the next game. Pelicans versus Blazers here. Blazers laying 1.5 at the house. Total of 238 here, Junior. You got any look on this one?
I don't have an official look. Seems like a pretty big number, though, doesn't it? 238. I mean,
in today's NBA, Junior. I always say that, but today's NBA, bro, they be flying over the total.
No, you're right about that. I guess let me say it in a different way so you understand what I mean by that. If the Pelicans are involved in games where they gotta get like $120 to compete, right? What is the spread? -2. So you figure that the spread is going to be something like 122, 118 ish, right? The Pelicans can't compete at that level. They don't make enough threes. The shooting is their huge problem. JJ Redick has been, he's had his injury problems. He's getting up there in age. They don't have another really reliable shooter. They got to do it on defense. Does that mean that they're going to get it done on defense? I'm not even saying that, but I'm just saying if they're going to right this ship, and the ship is definitely not right now, because if they don't make the playoffs, what the hell did you hire Van Gundy for? You could have just kept Alvin Gentry and not made the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So if they're gonna right the ship, they got to start getting some stops. So the only way I could look here is under. If this goes over, I think the Blazers might really, really put the smackdown on these boys.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Gentry, fucking hilarious, man. Him and Walton, I think, are just two of the funniest coaches, man. It's just Kerr might be behind it. These guys are hilarious, man. I can't believe they still got jobs, Jordan. What's up, my guy? Well, Gentry on the bench, like he, got a little assistant coach. But yeah. How is Walton still the coach, Jordan? But yeah, what you like on this game, my guy?
So yeah, I'm gonna lean towards the Junior here. Just like it's been pretty well said by him, but I'll just add in that I think after that Minnesota loss, right, the last two, like Stan Van Gundy basically told him, he's like, look, I'll go back to running for senator in Florida if you guys want. I'll quit, because this is probably like, and that probably motivated him a little bit, because the way they've been playing defense was just awful, and he had to tell him something, because they have looked really good on that end of the court the last two games. It's basically effort. Like you're talking about, like one of the youngest teams, I think probably one of the bottom five in average age. Are the New Orleans Pelicans. Like, you're just going to have to come out and compete every night on that end of the court. And like Junior said, like, you just got to string together some stops. You can't just get them every once in a while. You got to get 2, 3, 4 in a row, and then start, using your length and your ability to get to the free throw line against them. So yeah, I kind of lean towards the Pelicans here, just because I do think that the team, a little bit more of a motivated team, but CJ McCollum back tonight is big for this Blazers team. If he's not rusty at all, that's a huge undervaluing of the Portland Trail Blazers here, because I think Junior said this, but I'll just reiterate. I think if the under is going to cash in this game, it's going to be the Pelicans came to play. If the over cashes, it means the Blazers are just going to smack city them tonight, to use a J Money phrase. So no play on this game, but definitely very intriguing. This is the intriguing game to me. This is probably my favorite game of the night. I don't know if I'm going to bet it, but I'm definitely going to watch this one. I'm going to try to stay up late for it.
Hey, he said smack city right now. You said something right there, Jordan, and Junior too. It's either going to be Pelicans and under or Blazers and over. And that's another thing I forgot to mention, that CJ McCollum comes back as well. Sometimes the kind of star player comes back and it messes things up. Obviously, McCollum, they need him. Just be interesting to see what happens. I mean, if there's one team, maybe McCollum will come back in there and mess stuff up because he can handle the ball without Dame. I'm not sure, man. I'm staying away from that. Obviously, it's a true toss. It's 1.5 either way. mean, I always say this type of game, you possibly, if you in play, you probably get a plus price on both teams. You see what I'm saying? So with something like that, 1.5, and there's no real edge on either way. Let me say, I think it's revenge for Pelicans in theory. The Blazers beat them by 2 over there at the house. So I mean, I guess you're going to look at that as I'm staying away from this game. But sometimes you see a player coming back and you're like, oh, okay, and then it kind of just messes up the rotations or something. So I don't even have a lean on that one, guys. I'm sorry, man. It's just a true toss. But yeah, Junior. Only thing I was saying, I wasn't trying to cut you off either, Junior. It's just I know I was thinking that the other day. I think it was me and Blackjack. We were saying it seems high, right? It was like a total of 240, and that shit went to like 250, like easily, bro. And so I was just saying that like these high totals right now, and what Junior was saying that it's a high total for the Pelicans right now if they're going to come in and lock out on defense. It's just the way I had kind of took. It was like, in the NBA these days, we can't look at that 240 and think that's too high. Just me speaking to myself, because it's a whole new NBA, man. I saw Harden get a call last night where he kicked his feet out. I rewinded it for my girl. She was like, what happened? I said, exactly. Exactly. Harden shoots a 3, kicks his feet out, falls down. Oh, the ref calls the foul too. So, I mean, that's the part of the refs calling this shit. But, all right, sorry. Tangent over. Last game of the day, man. Timberwolves versus Lakers. Line opened up at 9 for the Lakers, and last night I'm sitting there scratching my head. What the hell? It had to open up at 9 because they were favored by 6 in Minnesota. So I mean, you put the 3 points for home court advantage, and that was without AD as well. They were favored by 9 here. It's come down to 8, 7.5 at some books. Is it moving in the right direction, Junior? What you think? The Timberwolves they're 3-0 ATS since they come back. What you think here?
I don't know what to think, and maybe because I've been watching too much Timberwolves lately. Because League Pass, we're lucky enough that we could just tune into any game, anytime. And I'm starting to see their young guys looking like they got a way more confidence, a little bit of swagger. I love the young rookie's game. Man, I wish he would take better shots, though. Jesus Christ, bro! I don't know.
Part of being a rookie.
Yeah, I mean, he took 14 threes the other day, and I was like, bruh, you dunking on people with your elbow in the rim. Why are you taking 14 threes, my guy? Anyways, that's part of the learning process. But as these young guys start to get confidence, they finally got a new coach, which we've been begging for all season. I don't think we could cap Minnesota the way we were capping them in the first half. So I'm kind of actually a bit hesitant to lay this many points with the Lakers in a back-to-back scenario where, in their minds, they're like, yeah, we're playing the Wolves, bro. We just show, you know what I'm saying? We're going to win this game and move on to the next one. So I don't like the motivation for the Lakers, coupled with the increased confidence that and just they're just getting used to the NBA. These young guys are just getting used to being in the league and competing on a nightly basis. And their coach seems to be getting the best out of them, and Towns is back. What I'm trying to say is Minnesota's kind of trending up a little bit, and I don't want to not recognize that. So for now, I don't even have a lean, to be honest with you. I got to look way more into the numbers and try to find some kind of an angle that I can exploit. And if not, then I'm just doing a pass.
Yeah, full squad, the Timberwolves would be the play, guys. Anthony Edwards had a hip injury last game. So after that, that's why everything changed. He was going dunking everything. And he said himself, after that hip injury, that's why he had 14 threes. He just started shooting threes. He couldn't really do anything else. So it's just something I had to read into. Obviously, he went down with a fall or whatever. He's saying it's his ribs. So Anthony Edwards, you can't rule it out that he possibly get ruled out here. Like I say, if he's in there, I do like the Timberwolves here plus the points, but I do think he said he was in a bunch of pain last game, so just be interested. What's up, guys? We on the Timberwolves versus Lakers. But anyway, Jordan, what you think about this game?
Yeah, I'm another lean, but this one actually is closer to, I think, being made a play than any of my other leans in this show so far. I got first half over 113. Just for reasons you said, like the Lakers. Probably looking at their next 2 games in their schedule and probably thinking we can win this pretty easily in the last 2 games of this 3 games and 4-night stretch for them. And tonight being the one where they're probably not going to bear down on defense until it really matters and they really need to gut out a win, somewhere between 8 and 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. I don't think they're going to play much defense in the first half of this game. They'll probably, to do what the Lakers do. We've seen them do countless times, let a team hang around that's not supposed to, that maybe, close to, if not a double-digit underdog, and then just light them up in the third quarter. And the Lakers have actually been scoring a ton of points, both at home and lately in the first half, averaging almost 60 in the last 5 games of the first half, while the Teals giving up over 63 per first half and on the road. They're playing a little different, but they're not going to be better defensively, regardless of who's coaching them. It's going to be the offensive end where we've seen improvement, I think, for the Timberwolves. I think we see a little bit of up and down game here early on too. Minnesota, knowing the Lakers are tired, knowing they have to jump out in front early in this game to really be able to put some pressure on Los Angeles to have to come back. I think over 113 is a little bit of value. Going against the steam here, rarely do that. But I guess I'm going to go ahead and make it official because I'm sitting here talking myself into it. I've been thinking about it all morning. So I'll make that my second official one, over 113 first half of this one.
Got you. Hey, let's cash it, man. Don't talk yourself out of it. Talk yourself into it, man.
Right, exactly.
And honestly, it sounds like a good play, Jordan. It does. And I remember last time these two teams played in Minnesota, obviously it was no AD or whatever. The Timberwolves really were into that game. They end up losing the game by 6 points, I believe. It was right around the number. It was really a 2-point game late. They missed the last couple of threes or whatever, and they end up fouling it. So their final score was really not indicative of how the game went. Timberwolves could have won if they play that same type of way, that same type of game. It looks like they've covered a bunch of games versus LA in Los Angeles as well. So I lean to the Timberwolves here. I need Edwards in there, and I need him at 100%. Like, I don't need him just shooting threes. I need him going in there attacking the rim. So I don't think that they're at 100%. That's why I had taken the Timberwolves. It was at 9 last night. So I mean, that's where I liked it at. To be honest with you, it's going down. Sharp money is coming in on the Timberwolves. I must say I agree with it, man, but I need to know what's up with Edwards, man. That's the show, though. Jordan, break them off with your official plays, my guy.
Yep, as just mentioned, we got over first half 113 for Wolves Lakers, and then early in their show we got over 227.5 at Utah and Boston. That was what I got earlier this morning. I think it's at 228 now. 4 unders yesterday for me. I know I wasn't on the show, but now I'm going 2 overs. So don't discriminate. Just try to be on the right side of these.
Hey, let's get on the right side, man. That's what it's all about, Junior. Break them up with your officials.
Yeah, 2 plays today. Rolling with the boys in green, Celtics plus 4.5. And I still believe in the baby Bulls. They're not babies no more. So I'm taking them minus 4.5. Let's get it.
Got you. Yeah, so the line's up to 6 now. For the Bulls. I have money on it, minus 5.5. Let me see. It's 6 across the board. I got to give you guys a play that's official. So I just want to see real quick across the board. Yeah, minus 6. I'll go with minus 6. That's cool. I'm going with what the line is at right now. Minus 6, Bulls, official top play. Let's cash it, man. Won't probably be able to find me on Twitter for a while, but you can find me here. We finna get out here, man. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe if you like the content. Go to sbrpicks.com/NBA. Check out all the content and the articles we have over there. I'm Jay Money. That's Jordan Sharp. That's Junior Browne. We out.